All right. 1 second here. We're getting in. We just got in 7:59, giving a little bit of time for everybody to jump in here, and we're going to look at some stuff of what's going on here. Let me get to the live to make sure it's live and that we've got sound. Hopefully, I'm not just rambling on here. Let's see here. Make sure we got some noise going on. Yep, there we go. Okay. All right, so that's in there. We have one thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up for me if you don't mind. Okay, share out. It would be good to have that. I will try to keep an eye on the live chat. Let's see what we got here. We got the Chiefs football helmet in play. We're going to put it right here in the center. We got Willie Roaf over here, sitting here. Okay. We got ourselves all our gadgets and all our stuff to talk about. And when we talk about gadgets today, we will mention the Kansas City added again with Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the shovel pass for the touchdown. Little movement there. They usually run that for Kelsey, and good to see someone else get into it. It's a good, good little gadget plays. I like that Kansas City does. And so it's good to see, that going on for the Chiefs. Let's look up real quickly today's stats. I know Mahomes had 5 touchdown passes. If I had, let's see, box score. Patrick Mahomes, 360, okay, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is on the road. And this comes after the fact that everybody said, oh, no Tyreek Hill. They're not going to be the same. What are we going to do? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go red on you, right? We're going to give a little bit of a sparkle effect because we just won the game. Handily, 44-21. And a lot of those touchdowns for Arizona, because our defense did play well, a lot of them were garbage touchdowns. Let's go back to the solid red just in case someone doesn't really want to experience just all that light blinking like that, okay? All right, Pacheco, I thought he ran good, especially late, 12 of 62. He even had a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 7 for 42, and then even McKinnon had 4 for 22. So Patrick Mahomes had 3 for 5. But here's the thing. It was a simple fact that we didn't have to run all that much anyways. Just our passing game's on point. And you didn't have Tyreek Hill. I think they said Tyreek Hill had like 94 yards or something of that, 8 receptions or something of that nature. And I don't know if he got a touchdown or not. But just compare that to if we put him in a game and take away Smith-Schuster, take away we'll say his first name because I'm going to mispronounce his last name badly. Valdez. Take away Valdez. Okay, we're going to take away Valdez and take away Juju. If you had Tyreek, I'm just saying if you do this, if you have Tyreek, you just take away that stuff, and you would be taking away, about 123 yards. Now you didn't have any touchdowns, but you'd be also taking away 10 receptions. So it was a good trade-off because it opens up different parts of what Patrick can do, and it gives you multiple different targets. You're not just looking for, Tyreek, no. Kelsey, no. I don't know who. Pringle, maybe. Hardman, I don't know. And I'm just going to run or force something. And Patrick didn't have to do that all the time, but because Hill would get himself open. But we make it to where now Patrick goes through his reads really easily, finds the guy he needs to find, picks up yards. Yards after the catch was good. And so Hardman even had a touchdown today. So the people with touchdowns are Edwards-Helaire, 2. Travis Kelce, 1. Hardman, 1. And Forson, he comes off his Achilles injury, gets a touchdown, or is off his injury, gets a touchdown, 1 touchdown. I loved it. So, and apparently, I didn't get to see all of it. They cut our game out, locally where I live, they cut the game out, went to the Chargers and Oakland game because Kansas City was just taking care of business. And so they cut the game out, and they go over, and apparently when doing so, I didn't get to see, a lot of the Pacheco runs. I didn't get to see a lot of that stuff. So I'm glad that he got in there, glad that he did good. I'm very excited about, the way the Chiefs' trajectory is going. This is the first game of the season, right? First game. Some people say overreaction Monday will occur tomorrow, and people will talk about week one and how week one's dumb or something. How can week one be dumb or not important? Week one's important because you want to start off on a good foot. And when you're on the road, you got to start off. So now you get to come home. You get to come home, you play against the Chargers, and then you go to Indy, and then you go to Tampa Bay. One of the toughest freaking schedules I've ever seen in my life. So this was a very, very important game. Chargers are going to give us a handful. Herbert's going to be a good quarterback for the Chargers. It's going to be tough. But we're at Arrowhead. And, you can lay an egg at home. But I don't see that coming. I think we are the best team in football. Week one shows it. I mean, we go on the road against a playoff team and a playoff team from last year. We win the game handily win the game. There's no doubt about it. Win the game, dominant performance, and so now you just look at it all wrapping it up in that, and you just love every minute of this. You just gotta love every minute of it. Harrison Buckner did have an injury where he goes for the kickoff and he plants on his leg, his plant leg wrong. He lands on his ankle, and he left for about a quarter and a half. Wasn't it nice? I think his name is Reed, right? If you go back to the roster, it's our safety, Reed, and he plays even kicker. He can kick, guys. He can kick. Can you believe that? He can kick, and he was like Justin Reed. He made 1 for 2 on the extra points, I believe. Was booting them through the end zones for touchbacks. So it's nice to know that when Harrison Buckner was not available, Reed comes in, he takes it. But Harrison Buckner kicked a 54-yarder by only taking like 1 step. So you know how kickers like to go back 3, 4 steps, get their approach, come up 2 or 3, and kick it. The guy takes 1 and kicks 54 with ease. So easily one of the best kickers, if not the best kicker in the National Football League. So it's nice when you have the best tight end in the National Football League. It's nice when you have the best quarterback in the National Football League. It is nice when you have the best kicker in the National Football League. And you probably have the best coach. I know some people will say, oh no, Belichick or some blah, blah, blah. No, I think it's Andy Reid. And then on top of that, it's also nice when you have a defense that's actually showing up this year so far in this first game. And this first game ain't just first game overreactions or doubts or jitters or for your team if you didn't play that well. Understand this. Your starters did play at least a combination of a half of a game, combined all of the snaps they got in the preseason. So this really ain't week one. This is week 1.5, if you want to say. So week one can't be overrated. This is no exaggeration. Unless your team had some type of major injury where they lost their quarterback or a starting wide receiver or something, a running back of that nature, or someone great on defense, then your team right now could be a shell of what they actually are going to be. Now, Kansas City could get worse with injuries, or maybe this was just a fluke, who knows, but I don't think it was. Or Kansas City's going to get better. And if the better part is where I'm leaning and where you probably should be leaning, and if you're not a Kansas City fan, you should be scared. Why should you be scared? Simple fact that these guys are no joke. If they're going to get better, I don't know how you get much better than 44 points on the road against a previous playoff team. And you didn't really technically give up 21. You did, but they were garbage touchdowns at the end. So really maybe 14 minus shave 7 off. So it's an interesting fact of what happened today. What transpired. You saw Indianapolis go down with a tie. You saw Pittsburgh take care of Cincinnati. And Cincinnati threw 4 interceptions or so. And we all talk about, is it Joe Burrow's conference? They get to the Super Bowl. It's Josh Allen and the Bills. So why? Because Tyreek Hill left? Why? Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. And so since he did beat them last year in the AFC Championship, good for them. But let's see if it happens again this year. I really like the way Kansas City's playing. I really like it. I like our running running back depth chart. We got our depth. We have that with Clyde, and we have that with Pacheco. And, so I'm really, we even throw a little bit of Ronald Jones in there just in case as a third option. So I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with our receivers this year. I'm fine with what we have. Comment down below if you're fine with what we have. Give me a thumbs up if you agree that the Chiefs are on fire. Put in the comment section, just put in there Chiefs, hashtag Chiefs Kingdom, and put how many wins you think we're going to have. Put it in there. Just put it in there. So the KC recap is what we're going to call this segment of series, just like I have the Cat Attack for Kentucky. We'll call this the KC recap if you saw the highlight or the name of when we first came in this live here. And so it's important to get the lives in because I want to talk to you guys. Right now we've got 2 thumbs up. Nobody in the chat log. That's okay. You come back in after this video's over and it uploads and you're watching the replay. Go ahead and comment in there down below. How many wins you think we're going to have. Comment down below if you'd like to be a part of the next live. I can tell you this. The next live will be right after the Thursday night game. It will be within an hour or 2 after the Thursday night football game. Win or lose, San Diego. The Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. I keep calling them San Diego from back in the day. Los Angeles Chargers, and you guys are a good team, so don't get mad at me, Charger fans. But the Chargers could come in there on Thursday night and win that game. They could. They could, guys. They could come in and they could win. Right now, the Los Angeles here is projected to lose the game. 45.1% projected to lose. This is a big game already. There's a 0.6% chance for a tie, and there's a 54.4% for the chance for Kansas City to win the game. And this is according to ESPN Football Power Index. Who knows? Who knows? I know that I really feel if I had to bet, which I'll bet on that game, I would bet that the Chiefs win. I'm going to say, we'll be in the 40s again. So I'll just throw up, what did we score tonight? 44. So 47, 27, Chiefs win. That's what I think will happen. We'll see if that happens. And if it does, by golly, the Chiefs start off 2-0. But then they got to go to at Indy and at Tampa, so it's going to be tough games. Indy's still a good team. Taylor's going to run like he's never ran before, and we got to stop that run. We've had issues in the past with stopping the run, but I don't know if that's really us in our situation this year. But we're going to see as we play better running backs and what's going on. So I'm excited for that. Most of the NFL Week 1 is almost wrapping up. You still have Monday Night Football. Right now, you do have Tampa Bay and Dallas going on. Check that out. It's on NBC. You can go over to ESPN and look at some of their highlights or some of their scoring stats and their game tracker going on. Go check that out. They don't sponsor me. I wish by golly they did, but they don't. I just say that so whenever they say, hey, you're saying something about our stats or something, hey, I threw you guys in there, obviously. So that's where we're at with this. The Chiefs win again, 44 to, let me go back and look at that, make sure I had that right. 44-21. And the Chiefs are in really good shape here to really make an impact throughout the season. I think Denver plays Monday night. I think they do. So that's another AFC West team that we have to look at to see what they're going to be doing, to see what the big, where are they going to go with Russell Wilson? What's their big move? Are they going to be someone that's going to be real crazy, real hard, really tough to look at and to reckon with, or are they going to be mediocre? Oakland today, the Raiders, and I probably said the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, first off, I'm living in 1998 or something of that nature. I called the Chargers the San Diego Chargers, which is not correct. They're Los Angeles Chargers. I know that. And I called the Raiders Oakland Raiders, but they're Las Vegas Raiders. My fault. Maybe it's a little stab or a side jab to two teams I really don't care about. So, do what you're going to do. We've won the AFC West for quite a few times now and in a row, and we're that good of a team, and I don't see that changing this year. But I could be proven wrong as the season progresses. So, in saying that, guys, I think all in all, it was a good week 1, and I'm happy to be a Chiefs fan. Let's put on the helmet, and let's sign on out. Anytime we win, at the end, I'll put on the Chiefs helmet, and we're going to give ourselves a victory yell. Chiefs Kingdom! That's all I have, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time, guys, happy Chiefs Kingdom. Stay safe out there, everyone. Patrick Mahomes is MVP. Suck it, Rodgers. Bye, everybody. Peace.